What's going on, guys? Welcome back to From the Red Carpet. Today, we have some news regarding the Resident Evil Neflix series. We may finally have our Albert Wesker, and it's not who you think it is. Also, Aquaman 2 was announced quite a while ago, but we finally have a working title for the film. And finally, Thor Love and Thunder. We know that it's on the way, and we've seen some set photos, but we finally have a decent look of what Jane Foster will look like as the God of Thunder. So, let's dive right in. So, a while back, on top of the announcement of Resident Evil Village, the reboot film, and the CG series Infinite Darkness, we got confirmation that we would be graced with a live-action Netflix series as well, with it sounding more like wishful thinking than anything else. At the time, we just got a photoshopped poster and no description. Then, in the wake of the Resident Evil wave that we got, there was finally some insight into the plot. The show will have two timelines, one in present day and one in the future. The present timeline follows the Wesker kids. Yeah, that's right. Not sure if that means his children, or if it's referring to the biological experiments that Wesker himself was a part of. To be honest, they make him sound more like orphaned runaways or something. So, the original plot synopsis that we got was this. The town of Clearfield, Maryland, has long stood in the shadow of three seemingly unrelated behemoths: the Umbrella Corporation, the decommissioned Greenwood Asylum, and Washington, D.C. Today, 26 years after the discovery of the T-virus, secrets held by the three will start to be revealed at the first signs of outbreak. And that was all we got. And then, Netflix removed this entirely, as if it was uploaded by accident. After that, some more info on the show was released. In the first timeline, 14-year-old sisters, Jade and Billy Wesker, are moved to New Raccoon City, a manufactured corporate town forced on them right as adolescence is in full swing. But the more time they spend there, the more they come to realize that the town is more than it seems, and their father may be concealing dark secrets. Secrets that could destroy the world. In the second timeline, well over a decade into the future, there are less than 15 million people left on Earth, and more than 6 billion monsters, people and animals infected with the T-virus. Jade, now 30, struggles to survive in this new world, while the secrets from her past about her sister, her father, and herself continue to haunt her. So, what I gather from this is that the show will obviously go back and forth between the two timelines. Jade seems like the main character, and we get to see the world fall to shit due to the outbreak. So it may not be canon to the games, but it's like a different take on it entirely, I guess. And I'm guessing that these kids are Wesker's biological kids. So wait a minute, no Jake? Alright. The series will be ran by writer-producer Andrew DABB, the guy who did Supernatural. And here's the worst part. It'll be put out by Constantine Films. Oh, you know what that means. Yep, there's already rumors floating around that Mila Jovovich will have a cameo in the series as Alice. So, that's a thing. Due to the unfortunate fact that this series is somehow tied to the movies. I mean, I don't really see a connection, but okay. Also, the cast hasn't really been announced yet. We just got a photo of some dude standing next to a bunch of chicks. No idea who's playing who. Well, except for one. We do have our Albert Wesker, in that of Lance Reddick. Yeah, I know. You don't have to say it. I'm sure we're all just like, what the fuck? And yeah, this is actually happening. And of course, this dude is tied to the show. So does any of this really surprise you? I mean, really? Hannah John Kamen is playing Jill in the reboot, but that has nothing to do with this, so I'm actually all for that. Anyway, no idea as to when this series will be out on Netflix, but to be completely honest, I kinda don't mind waiting. It sounds like shit. In addition to the huge slate of DC films coming up, Aquaman 2 is among the most anticipated, with the first film being the only DCEU film to reach over $1 billion in the box office. Director James Wan and Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, are definitely returning, but for a while it was unclear if Amber Heard would return as Queen Mera. and frankly, I don't think anybody really wanted her to. But, judging off her return in Snyder Cut, with a random new British accent out of nowhere, she's going to be in the sequel after all. Also returning are Patrick Wilson as Orm, aka Ocean Master, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen as Black Manta, which I'm guessing is the film's main villain. Recently, a title was released for the film, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Little is known about the plot as of yet, but like I said, I'm willing to bet it has something to do with Black Manta teaming up with that scientist from the end of the first film to get revenge on Aquaman. So Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will debut on December 16th, 2022. And with the new DC fandom coming this October, no doubt we'll learn a lot more about the film and maybe even see a trailer. So that's something to look forward to, but while we wait, we can check out these other films that are on the way. Thor Love and Thunder has been gaining more and more hype as of late, with Christian Bale signing on as Gore the God Butcher, a villain who travels the universe, killing even Celestials. Pretty much anyone with the title of God. This of course puts him on a collision course with Thor, the God of Thunder. But, as Thor is traveling across space with the Guardians, perhaps it's time the mantle gets passed down. Yep, just like in the comics, Jane Foster is next to wield Mjolnir. Or as Paul Rudd likes to call it, Jonathan. In the comics, however, Jane has a form of cancer that gets kept at bay by the Thunder powers. So I'm not sure if they'll adapt this exactly or just have like a loose variation of it. Either way, some set photos have already surfaced showing a jacked Chris Hemsworth standing next to Chris Pratt in full costume. I mean, he looks like yoked up, but of course he's getting ready to play Hulk Hogan, so that has something to do with it. Anyway, this time around, Thor is sporting a sleeveless red jacket, a shirt with the 9 realms on it, and some custom Asgardian jeans. This look is based on a character named Eric Masterson, a human from Earth who briefly held the powers of Thor in the comics and went by the name Thunderstrike. Anyway, so a new picture has popped up showing off Thor, Jane, and even Valkyrie. And while it's not the best straightforward look, it still gives us an idea of what their costumes will look like. So Thor Love and Thunder will debut on February 11th, 2022. And until then, let's just hope we get a trailer. Alright guys, this has been episode 7 of From the Red Carpet. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.